Hello, Mortonen here. And I was just thinking today, and I figured I would share what I was thinking. And again, this is, I've said this before in other videos, but I'm going to say it again. And what I say, it may or may not offend. And if it does offend, maybe you should question why it does. Anyways, on to the point I'm saying. And my intentions are not to offend. My intentions are to just share what I've found. Anyways. Yeah. I was just thinking maybe why do some people believe in some miracles and others they say are just, just crap, just not even true at all. But like like for instance, magic, powers of the runes, power of cards, tarot cards, power of rituals, and there's a lot of people that will say that that's not even true. And there's also, but at the same time, a lot of people will say that will believe things that happened, believe in things like that a man can walk across water, that a man can turn water into wine, that a human can become pregnant without even having sex ever. My whole thing is not to say that either one is wrong or right. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that maybe in their own way they're both right. And that's the thing too that I've always said, is that there's many paths to the truth, not just one, not just the other. And if we all put aside our differences and we always really look at the core of every single one of us, it all points to the same truths, does. And for centuries we've disagreed with each other, and it's okay to disagree. I'm not saying you have to agree with everything I say. I'm not saying you have to agree with everything anybody says. I'm just saying it's perfectly fine to disagree. For sure it is. I'm just simply saying that maybe there's more than one truth. Maybe there's more than one way to see that truth. And I myself have followed many different paths, many different spiritual paths. I've followed many, and I can say that from what I have found is that there's a lot of similarities in them all of them, all the ones that I've followed, all the ones there's a lot of similarities in them. And, you know, I think that's the whole point of it all, is that we're not all supposed to follow one path. No. All of us follow just that one path and just keep on going on the same path. No, we're all meant to have our own experiences, have our way we feel is right. But I just found it very interesting that some of us can believe in some things and find other things appalling, or other things, you know, outrageous. You know, that can't be, you know. but yet again, look at what you do believe. You know, look at your own beliefs. A lot of people will say that's crazy. Yeah. It's all about personal perspective, about what you feel is right and what you feel is not, you know. And it's okay to follow many different paths. It's okay to follow, you don't have to follow just one specific path at all. And anybody that tells you you do, well, then they're wrong, because you don't. And that's just what I've found in my own journey of life here that I've had. Again, as I've said before, I have followed many different paths. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, and I thought I would share. And as always, I hope that everybody hope you all have a wonderful day, and until next time.